Hey everyone, and welcome back. We're diving into some seriously inspiring stuff today. You ever feel like you're hitting a wall, like you just want to give up on
Oh,
something?
yeah, I know that
You're
feeling.
not alone. But what if I told you that you don't have the right to give up?
Whoa, okay, now I'm intrigued.
Intrigued.
Yeah,
Tell me more. We're going to find out why.
all right.
We're taking a deep dive into a powerful podcast episode from Apostle Israel Aloja's Mindful Minutes series.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that one.
He makes a compelling case for why giving up shouldn't even be an option.
I'm ready to hear this. Why not give up? What makes this message so different?
Well, he starts by acknowledging the struggle, that feeling of exhaustion and discouragement we all experience sometimes.
For sure.
He validates those feelings right from the start, saying it's okay to feel overwhelmed by financial pressures or health issues or relationship troubles or dreams that seem out of reach.
So he meets us where we are.
Exactly.
He gets.
He gets it. And then he dives into a story that really drives home the point.
Okay, what's that?
The biblical story of Job. Talk about facing adversity. Job lost everything, his possessions, his family, even his wife's support.
Wow. Can you imagine going through something like that and still finding the strength to keep going?
That's incredibly powerful.
Yeah,
He didn't just lose a little, he lost it all.
yeah, he lost it all.
And yet he refused to give up.
Really makes you think.
Aloja asks a thought-provoking question. What if your breakthrough, that thing you're longing for, is just around the corner?
Oh, that's a good point.
What if you give up right before the miracle happens?
Oh, chills.
It's like that saying, when the going gets tough, the tough get going.
Love that one. So true.
And Aloja emphasizes this mindset shift. He says successful people don't let setbacks define them.
Right, they don't just give up.
They get back up, they wipe away the tears, and they keep knocking on doors until one opens. It's that refusal to accept defeat that sets them apart.
So it's not just about talent or luck.
It's about grit.
It's about grit. You got it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He gives us some practical tools to cultivate that grit. He calls them mindset mantras.
Oh, I like that.
Things like, I am not a quitter. I was created to overcome. My struggles are temporary, but my victory is permanent.
I love those. It's like rewiring your brain for resilience.
It is. There's actually a lot of research that shows the impact of positive self-talk on our emotional well-being. Repeating these phrases can help us shift our thinking patterns and build up that mental toughness we need to face challenges.
That makes sense. So we're building up this inner strength.
Yes,
But sometimes we need a little extra inspiration, right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
And Aloja delivers, he shares some incredible real-life stories of perseverance, people who faced seemingly impossible odds and still achieved greatness.
Okay, hit me with some of these stories. I'm ready to be inspired.
Well, first he talks about Nelson Mandela, 27 years in prison for fighting against apartheid.
Wow.
Yet he emerges as a symbol of hope and eventually becomes president of South Africa. It's a testament to the power of enduring hope and unwavering commitment to justice.
27 years.
Yeah.
Almost unfathomable to hold on to that hope for so long.
And then there's Thomas Edison, the classic example of failing his way to success. Aloja points out that Edison didn't see those 1,000 attempts to create the light bulb as failures,
Oh, interesting.
but as 1,000 ways that didn't work.
It's all about reframing, right? Seeing setbacks as learning opportunities.
Exactly. It's what we call a growth mindset. It's about embracing the process, even the messy parts.
Okay. Any more inspirational figures in this lineup?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
He talks about Oprah Winfrey.
Really?
Can you believe she was once told she was unfit for television?
No way, Oprah.
Yep. But she didn't let that early criticism define her. She went on to become a global media powerhouse, proving that sometimes those who doubt us the most can actually fuel our determination to succeed.
Love that. It's like
okay.
success is the best revenge.
Right. And then to bring it back to the biblical theme, he talks about the story of David facing Goliath.
The ultimate underdog story.
Exactly. Facing a giant when everyone else was terrified, armed with nothing but a slingshot and unwavering faith.
I love that story.
It's a story about courage, trusting your instincts, and defying the odds when no one else believes in you. Sometimes the greatest victories come from the most unexpected places.
Okay, so we've got the message, the mindset, and the inspiration.
Right.
But how do we actually apply this to our lives?
That's where Aloja gets really practical. He offers some concrete steps to help us keep going when things get tough. The first step, he says, is to reconnect with your why.
Your why. What does that mean?
It's about remembering that initial spark, that passion that set you on this path in the first place. Why did you start this journey? What were you hoping to achieve? How can you reignite that passion?
Ah, I get it. Sometimes we get so caught up in the day-to-day that we forget the bigger picture.
Exactly. And he reminds us that we're not meant to do this alone. He talks about the importance of surrounding yourself with encouragers because negativity can be contagious.
Oh, yeah, it's like that
Oh,
saying,
yeah.
you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with.
Exactly. Choose your inner circle wisely.
Yeah.
Aloja suggests surrounding yourself with people who lift you up, believe in you, and challenge you to grow.
So true.
And just as important, distancing yourself from those who drain your energy or try to hold you back.
It's about building a support system that empowers you to be your best self.
Precisely. And this next piece of advice is all about breaking down overwhelming tasks
Oh, yeah.
into smaller, more manageable steps.
I need this advice constantly.
Oh, I do too. It's so easy to get paralyzed by the sheer size of a goal.
It really is.
It's a classic project management strategy.
Makes sense.
Aloja says, instead of focusing on the entire mountain,
Right.
focus on the next step in front of you. Small, consistent actions lead to big results over time.
So true. I love that. It's like, what's the one thing I can do today to move forward?
Exactly. And Aloja also emphasizes the importance of faith,
Okay.
of believing in something larger than yourself.
Mm-hmm.
He talks about feeding your faith, not your fears, and the role of prayer and trust in overcoming adversity.
I like that.
Whether you're religious or simply believe in the power of positive thinking, having a source of strength beyond yourself can be incredibly powerful.
It really can. He closes his podcast with a beautiful prayer asking for strength and renewal for anyone feeling discouraged.
Oh, wow.
It's a powerful reminder that even when we feel alone, there's a greater force out there that wants us to succeed.
It's a message of hope, resilience, and the unwavering belief that our best days are yet to come. It's like he's saying, hey, you've got this. Don't give up now.
I love that.
Yeah.
And you know what strikes me about all of this is that it's not about avoiding challenges altogether.
Right,
Life is going to throw curveballs no matter what.
right. It's how we respond to those challenges that defines us.
Exactly. Do we crumble under pressure or do we use those challenges as fuel to grow stronger?
I like that.
Aloja's message is about cultivating that inner strength, that grit that allows us to keep going even when it's tough.
And he doesn't sugarcoat it. He acknowledges that there will be times when you want to quit, when you question everything.
Oh, for sure.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
It's human to feel those things.
Mm-hmm.
The key is to not let those feelings dictate your actions, to remember your why, to lean on your support system, and to trust that this too shall pass.
He also talks about the importance of not comparing your journey to others.
Oh, that's huge.
Yes, such a crucial point. We're all on our own unique paths with different timelines and different obstacles.
Mhm.
Comparing ourselves to others only breeds self-doubt and discouragement.
It's like that Teddy Roosevelt quote, comparison is the thief of joy.
Exactly. Focus on your own progress. Celebrate your own wins and be patient with yourself. Success isn't a linear path. It's a journey with twists and turns, ups and downs.
And sometimes those detours lead us to something even better than we could have imagined.
Absolutely. Aloja emphasizes that setbacks are often redirects opportunities to learn, adjust, and discover new possibilities.
So instead of viewing obstacles as roadblocks, see them as stepping stones.
Precisely. They might slow you down, but they don't have to stop you. In fact, they can make you even stronger and more resilient in the long run.
Okay, so let's say you're feeling stuck, like you're spinning your wheels and not making progress.
Happens to all of us.
What advice does Aloja offer?
He suggests going back to basics, reconnecting with the passion that ignited your journey in the first place. Why did you set out on this path to begin with? What were your dreams and aspirations?
It's easy to lose sight of those things when you're in the trenches.
It is. He encourages listeners to visualize their goals, to see themselves achieving them, to feel the emotions associated with that success.
Because if you can't see it, you can't achieve it right.
Exactly. Your mind is a powerful tool, and the way you envision your future can directly impact your actions and ultimately your outcomes.
So we need to paint a clear picture of where we want to go and then keep that image at the forefront of our minds.
Exactly. And remember, this journey is yours and yours alone. Don't let anyone else's timeline or definition of success dictate your path.
This is so inspiring. I feel like I could run through a wall right now.
That's the power of a good pep talk, right? But seriously, Aloja's message is all about empowering ourselves to keep going, to believe in our potential, and to never give up on the things that matter most.
It's about recognizing that we are all capable of incredible things, even in the face of adversity.
And that sometimes the greatest victories are born out of our toughest challenges.
He also reminds us that we're not alone in this journey. There are people who care about us, people who want to see us succeed, and a higher power that's always there to support us.
It's a beautiful message of hope, resilience, and the enduring strength of the human spirit.
I think everyone needs to hear this, especially in today's world where there's so much pressure to achieve and so much negativity swirling around.
It's a powerful antidote to the constant barrage of self-doubt and comparison that we're all bombarded with.
It's a reminder to focus on what truly matters, to stay true to ourselves, and to never give up on the dreams that make us come alive.
So if you're feeling lost, discouraged, or just plain exhausted, remember the words of Apostle Israel Aloja. You do not have the right to give up.
Because your story is not over yet. There's still so much more to write, so much more to experience, so much more to achieve.
Your breakthrough might be just around the corner. So take a deep breath, find your strength, and keep moving forward.
Because the world needs your unique talents, your passion, your perspective. Don't let anyone, including yourself, tell you otherwise.
Now you might be wondering, what does Aloja suggest we actually do with all this inspiration?
Yeah.
How do we translate these powerful words into concrete actions?
That's the million-dollar question, right? And luckily, Aloja provides some really practical steps to help us get unstuck and start moving towards our goals.
He starts by urging us to reconnect with our why. Why are we doing this? What's the deeper purpose behind our efforts?
It's about reigniting that initial spark, that passion that fueled our dreams in the first place. Sometimes we get so caught up in the day-to-day grind that we lose sight of the bigger picture.
Exactly. And when we lose sight of our why, it's easy to lose motivation and give up. But by reconnecting with that deeper purpose, we can tap into a wellspring of energy and inspiration.
So how do we actually do that? How do we reconnect with our why when it feels lost or buried under a mountain of obligations?
Aloja suggests taking some time for quiet reflection. Maybe journaling, meditating, or simply spending some time in nature away from the distractions of daily life.
It's about creating space to reconnect with ourselves, to tune into our inner voice, and remember what truly matters to us.
Exactly. He also emphasizes the importance of surrounding ourselves with a supportive community. People who believe in us, encourage us, and challenge us to grow.
Because negativity can be contagious, right?
Yeah.
If we're constantly surrounded by people who doubt our abilities or focus on the negative, it's easy to start believing those messages ourselves.
Absolutely. It's crucial to be mindful of the company we keep. Aloja encourages us to seek out mentors, friends, and family members who inspire us, lift us up, and celebrate our successes.
And to distance ourselves from those who drain our energy or try to hold us back.
Precisely. Our inner circle should be filled with people who empower us to be our best selves.
This reminds me of that saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with.
It's so true. The people we surround ourselves with have a profound impact on our thoughts, beliefs, and behaviors.
So choose your squad wisely.
Exactly. Now, once we've reconnected with our why and surrounded ourselves with positive influences, it's time to break down our goals into smaller, more manageable steps.
This is where things get practical, right?
Yeah.
It's about moving from the realm of dreams and aspirations to concrete actions.
Exactly. Aloja emphasizes that big goals can feel overwhelming, especially when we're facing challenges or setbacks.
It's easy to get paralyzed by the sheer size of a task
Yeah.
and end up doing nothing at all.
He suggests breaking down our goals into smaller, more achievable milestones. Instead of focusing on the entire mountain, we should focus on the next step in front of us.
This is where good old-fashioned planning comes in, right?
Yeah, exactly. He encourages us to create a roadmap outlining the specific steps we need to take to reach our destination. By breaking down a large goal into smaller, more manageable tasks, we create a sense of momentum and progress, which can be incredibly motivating.
It's like that saying, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
Precisely. And by consistently taking those small steps, we build confidence and momentum, eventually reaching our destination.
So instead of getting bogged down by the enormity of a goal, focus on the next actionable step.
Exactly. And remember, it's okay to adjust your plan along the way. Life is unpredictable, and there will be times when you need to course correct.
The key is to stay flexible, adaptable, and committed to your overall vision.
Now, Aloja also emphasizes the importance of faith. He talks about feeding our faith, not our fears.
This is where things get a little more spiritual, right?
It can be, but it doesn't have to be tied to a specific religion. It's about believing in something larger than ourselves, whether that's a higher power of the universe or simply the inherent goodness of humanity.
It's about trusting that there's a force out there that supports us, even when we can't see it.
Exactly. And when we focus on our fears, we give them power. We allow them to control our thoughts and actions.
But when we feed our faith, we empower ourselves to overcome those fears.
Precisely. Aloja encourages us to spend time each day nurturing our faith, whether that's through prayer meditation, reading inspiring texts, or simply spending time in nature.
It's about creating a positive mindset, one that focuses on possibilities, not limitations.
And when we do that, we open ourselves up to a world of opportunities.
So reconnect with your why. Surround yourself with positive influences. Break down your goals and feed your faith. Those are Aloja's key takeaways.
They're simple yet powerful strategies for overcoming challenges and achieving our dreams.
It's about cultivating an inner strength that allows us to persevere even when the going gets tough.
And remember, you are not alone in this journey. There are people who care about you, people who want to see you succeed, and a force greater than yourself that's always there to support you.
So take a deep breath, believe in yourself, and keep moving forward.
Your best days are yet to come.
Now, Aloja closes his podcast with a beautiful prayer, one that speaks to the heart of anyone feeling discouraged or overwhelmed. It's a reminder that even in our darkest moments, there's a light within us that can never be extinguished.
He asks for strength for guidance, for the courage to keep going even when it feels impossible.
And he reminds us that we are not alone in this journey.
Would you like to hear that prayer now?
Absolutely. I think it's the perfect way to end this deep dive.
Okay, here it is, straight from Aloja's podcast. Father, I pray for every listener right now who is feeling weary, discouraged, or on the verge of giving up. Lord, renew their strength. Open their eyes to see that you are not finished with them yet. Fill them with fresh hope, fresh fire, and fresh faith to keep moving forward. In Jesus' name.
Amen. Powerful, isn't it?
It is. There's something incredibly comforting about knowing that we're not alone in our struggles, that there's a force greater than ourselves that wants to see us succeed.
It's a reminder to keep the faith, to trust the journey, and to never give up on ourselves or our dreams.
And you know what strikes me about Aloja's message is that it's not just about achieving outward success.
It's about something deeper, right?
Exactly. It's about cultivating inner peace, resilience, and a sense of purpose.
It's about living a life that's aligned with our values and using our unique talents to make a positive impact on the world.
And that's a success worth striving for no matter what challenges we face along the way.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I'm curious to hear your thoughts. What resonated with you the most from Aloja's message?
For me, it's the way Aloja connects this idea of not giving up to a deeper sense of purpose. It's not just about achieving goals for the sake of achieving them. It's about aligning our actions with something bigger than ourselves.
I see that too. He weaves together this idea of personal growth with a sense of contribution, like our struggles are part of a larger journey of becoming who we're meant to be.
And he brings in such diverse examples to illustrate this point. He talks about Nelson Mandela's fight for social justice, Oprah Winfrey's impact on media and culture, even Thomas Edison's relentless pursuit of innovation. Each of these individuals faced incredible challenges, but they persevered because they were driven by something deeper than personal gain.
It's like their struggles had a purpose, and that purpose fueled their resilience.
Exactly. And that brings us back to Aloja's practical advice. Reconnecting with our why. He encourages us to ask ourselves, why are we doing this? What impact do we want to make on the world? What legacy do we want to leave behind?
Those are big questions, but I think they're essential questions if we want to live a life that feels truly meaningful.
And Aloja provides some guidance on how to answer those questions. He suggests taking some time for quiet reflection, journaling, meditating, or simply spending time in nature away from the distractions of daily life. He encourages us to connect with that inner voice, that deep knowing within us that guides us towards our true purpose.
He also talks about the importance of surrounding ourselves with a supportive community, people who believe in us and our vision.
Yes. Because, let's face it, the journey isn't always easy. There will be times when we doubt ourselves, when we feel like giving up. That's when having a strong support system can make all the difference.
It's about finding those people who remind us of our why, who encourage us to keep going even when it's tough.
And Aloja doesn't shy away from the spiritual dimension of this journey. He talks about the power of prayer, of trusting in God, of finding strength in something larger than ourselves.
Whether you're religious or simply believe in the power of the human spirit, I think there's something incredibly comforting about knowing that we're not alone in our struggles.
It's like tapping into a source of strength and resilience that's always available to us.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with a final thought-provoking question from Aloja. What is one small step you can take today to move towards your goal, to reconnect with your why, to reignite that spark within you?
It doesn't have to be a huge leap forward. It could be as simple as writing down your goals, reaching out to a mentor, or spending a few minutes visualizing your success.
Remember the stories we've discussed. Mandela, Edison, Oprah, David, they all faced immense challenges, yet they persevered. Hold on to their stories. Let them inspire you and know that you too have the strength to overcome anything.
Your journey is yours to create. Don't let anyone tell you what's possible or impossible. Trust in yourself, trust in the process, and never ever give up on the dreams that make your heart sing.
And on that note, we'll leave you to ponder that question. Until next time, keep diving deep, keep learning, and keep striving to become the best version of yourself.